Hi, and welcome to another narration presented by yours truly, Cryptids Roost. I have a great surprise for you all. I have written my own Creepypasta story, and to top it off, it has been narrated by one of our popular authors and a great friend of ours, the unholy Corpse Child. So grab your coffee, sit back and enjoy the show. And don't forget, where fear is, happiness is not. The Ravenswood Monster Hunters. This awesome story is written by yours truly.
Greetings, my children. You've never heard my voice before. I am the entity of darkness, known to you all as the unholy Corpse Child. I want to thank my dear friend, Cryptids Roost. For 2 years now almost, he has been a dear friend of mine, and has so honorably adapted my work. I'm here to return that kindness. For this tale tonight is one of his own design, a gospel of terror written solely by him, and like myself, I hope that through me bringing it to life, it may terrify you all and eternally rob each and every one of you of a peaceful slumber. The title of tonight's Gospel of Horror is The Ravenswood Monster Hunter. The small town of Ravenswood was plagued by a terrifying creature known as the Dog Man. It was said to be a creature that was half man, half dog, with glowing red eyes and razor-sharp teeth. It was a creature of legend, but the people of Ravenswood knew it to be all too real. It had been attacking and killing their livestock for months, and the town was in a state of crippling fear. Citizens couldn't go one night without hearing the next dawn of one of their own being picked away in the night. Who among them, they always wondered, could stand against such a terrifying scourge? This beast, this Dog Man. He'd proven to be too much for even the police to handle. That is, until one man decided to stand from the crowd. Jack, a young man known for his bravery and hunting skills, decided that he was going to put an end to this, but he couldn't do it alone. So he gathered a team of the best hunters he could find in the town, far and wide, having displayed their skills in a test and a game hunt, and set out into the woods to hunt the Dog Man. As they entered the woods, the atmosphere was eerie and the air was thick with tension. On all sides, the trees around them were thick, close together, boxing them in. Looking around, each and every one of them knew there was no getting out of this forest. There was no turning back. Only they, or the Dog Man, would be leaving alive. They knew they were facing an extremely dangerous creature, and they were aware this may be their very last game hunt. They set up camp and began to track the Dog Man. They searched for days, but it was as if the creature had vanished into thin air. One night, as they sat around the campfire discussing their next move, they heard a blood-curdling howl in the woods. They knew they had found their target, but where? That sent a chill down their spines. They quickly packed up camp and set out to track the howl. As they followed the howl deeper into the woods, the trees grew thicker and the darkness more intense. They knew that they were getting close. Suddenly, they came across a clearing, and in the center of the clearing stood the beast. It was even more terrifying than the legends had described. It stood on its hind legs, towering over the hunters, and its glowing red eyes locked on its prey. Each of the men stood, despite each of them being hardened men, ones that had seen the likes of vile and rabid game. They had never before seen something so terrifying, so gargantuan, so tyrannical as the dog man that stood before them now. They could feel each of them, this thing's burning red eyes peering straight through their corneas, straight through their brains and into their hearts. "That's it," said Jack, his heart pounding in his chest. "That's the dog man." The hunters raised their weapons and prepared to fire, but the dog man was too fast. With lightning speed, it charged at them, its razor-sharp teeth bared, ready to rend flesh from bone without even a single worry of them dulling. The hunters fired, but their bullets seemed to have no effect on the creature. "We have to take it down, now!" Jack shouted. The hunters fought bravely, but they were no match for the dog man. It was far too strong, far too fast, and just far too ferocious. Jack was thrown into the ground, and he thought that it was the end for him. He watched as two of his other companions had been slammed into a tree, instantly crushing their skulls to paste. The third, oh, the third. Jack watched in horror as all he could do, as the dog man lifted the poor bastard by his head and ripped it clean from his shoulders, dousing the both of them in warm metallic crimson. Jack had all but given up hope. There was nothing he could do. His men were dead, and the dog man would have him next. The dog man approached, the ground quaking in fear with every step he took forward. Snarling, the dog man opened its mouth. Suddenly, Jack remembered something his grandfather had told him. He remembered the legend of the dog man, and how it may be defeated, for like many creatures of native lore, they all bore a very distinct weakness to silver. With a surge of strength, Jack rose to his feet and pulled out a silver knife. The dog man turned to face him, snarling defiantly, and Jack plunged the knife into its heart with a furious roar. The creature let out a blood-curdling howl and fell to the ground, dead. Jack stood, adrenaline forcing his heart to thump and pound in his chest harder than it ever could. "We did it," Jack said, his voice shaking with emotion. "The town is saved." He returned to Ravenswood as a hero. He was greeted with cheers and congratulations from the townspeople. Jack went to see the mayor to report what had happened. "Jack! Oh God, Jack! I can't thank you enough," the mayor said, a look of relief plastered on his face. "The dog man has been terrorizing our town for far too long. You've saved us all." "It was my pleasure," sir," Jack replied grimly. "But I couldn't have done it without the help of my men. God rest their souls." The mayor nodded. "You're right. This is a team effort. They were brave men who gave their lives, and I want to make sure that everyone is recognized for their bravery. I will be holding a town meeting tomorrow to present medals of honor to you, and holding a commemorative memorial for the rest of your team." Jack couldn't believe it. He never thought of himself as a hero, but to the town, he now was. He felt a sense of pride and accomplishment wash over him. But their victory was short-lived, as they soon realized that the Dogman was not the only creature terrorizing the town. The legend of the werewolf was also true, and had been seen recently in the forest. Jack knew he would have to act fast before it does any real harm to the town. He set out again into the forest to hunt the werewolf. This time, he was better prepared, and he had silver bullets on hand for whenever the inevitable time would come to face down the beast. He searched for days, but the werewolf was elusive. The werewolf was far more agile than the Dogman before him. One night, he sat around the campfire, pondering his next move, when, just as with the Dogman, hauntingly familiar to him, a blood-curdling howl echoed through the forest. It was even more terrifying than anything he ever heard. It was a howl that would have made even the Dogman before it shudder. And before he even knew what was happening, its eyes, its burning yellow eyes, were fixed upon him. The young hunter, the hero, raised his weapon and fired, but the werewolf was far too fast, bounding from treetop to treetop. From one, it bounded like a panther towards him, its teeth and claws bared. He fired his silver bullets. After a few, perhaps 3 or 4 misfires, his aim came true, and the werewolf let out a final howl before crashing to the ground dead. Jack felt a sense of relief wash over him. He had finally put an end to another terror that had plagued the town. He looked at it, and he looked back towards the town, imagining the same relief in the eyes of the townspeople. He had done it once again, and as he made his way back to the town, he was once again greeted as a hero. The town threw a huge celebration in his honor, and once more the mayor presented him with a Medal of Honor. Jack felt a sense of pride and accomplishment, but as he looked around at the townspeople, he couldn't help but feel a twinge of sadness. He knew that this was not the end. There would be other monsters out there lurking, other battles he would have to fight. But for now, he was content to bask in the glory of his victory. As days went by, Jack became known as the Monster Hunter of Ravenswood. He was called upon whenever there was any kind of creature, any kind of behemoth monstrosity terrorizing the town. And he always answered the call, ready to face the gargantuan behemoth that plagued the town. In the years that followed, Jack faced many challenges, but he would always emerge victorious. He became a legend in his own right, and his name was passed down through many generations of the town. But for Jack, it was never about glory or fame. It was about protecting the innocent and keeping his community safe. And that was a duty he would always be willing to undertake, no matter the cost. And so Jack continued to hunt monsters, his courage and determination never faltering, always ready to face whatever horrors lay ahead. And that, my beautiful children of the night, was the Ravenswood Monster Hunters, written by Cryptid's Roost and performed by the unholy corpse child. If you would like to support my dear friend Cryptid, please be sure to go to his PayPal at paypal.me/cryptidsroost. Be sure to subscribe to his channels, where you can find gospels of unutterable fear by not only myself, but so many other talented scribes of the night. And if you would like to support me, please be sure to visit www.psychotoxin.com. Visit our Mauseon, our store page if you will, where so many tomes and volumes of evil and the macabre are stored, waiting for your possession. Thank you for joining us tonight.
Hey family, please be so kind as to punch the like button and smack the ass of the subscription button as well. And remember to chokehold that notification bell and then select all. That way you'll receive all notifications each time I upload a new video. And by subscribing, you'll be the first to see all of our new spooky creepypasta stories. A very big thank you to Corpse Child for narrating my very first story. Make sure to check out his Reddit profile for more brilliant stories and show him some love. And why not hashtag Cryptids Roost in your comments. A quick thank you to all of my Cryptids Roost community family too. We are now well on our journey to 1,000 subscribers. If you would like to throw me $1 or $3, I'd be very much appreciative. I do have PayPal, paypal.me/cryptidsroost. Alternatively, I have an account at buymeacoffee.com. You don't even need to register on either site to donate. If you would like to also support Corpse Child, please be sure to visit www.psychotoxin.com. I have a subreddit if you have a story you've written that you would like me to narrate for you. You can also follow us. All my socials are contained within the Linktree link below. And don't forget to check out the end screen, see above. That will also list some more videos in my back catalogue. All the links are below. Take care everyone, and I hope you all have a wonderful and peaceful night. And don't forget, where fear is, happiness is